So I know that part of what we do is funded by outside organizations. We have to raise money each year. You do most of that. How do you prospect?
Yeah, it falls in line with what we've been talking about. And it was different in the beginning as from what it is now.
Mm-hmm.
But in the beginning, I really had to organize and identify appropriate companies and organizations that would be a good fit. So I had to qualify them,
Mm-hmm.
and I had certain criteria of the company that I had to identify in order to prospect. Those companies are going to be more qualified, would be a better fit for us.
Right. Well, I know that we get messages, I get emails, and you do too, and phone calls from people who want to get more involved, or they're looking to hire some people, and they want to explore the partnerships. And many of them, though, we can tell right away, probably aren't going to be a great fit. What kind of criteria do you use when you're outbound to determine what is going to make somebody or a company a good fit?
There's a lot of tools available now, so we can get more information. One, we've got some databases. We've got a company we work with right now who has a database that's going to allow us to see how many salespeople they have, how many they're hiring, what locations they're in, because with our program, it's going to attract companies that are looking more for this geographic regions.
And you have some numbers in there. You have some idea of numbers. Or they have 5 salespeople that can hire 5 people. There's some numbers that you have in place there as a benchmark that you're comparing those to.
Companies that are going to have at least probably 50 salespeople.
All right.
They're going to be hiring 5 to 10 salespeople a year.
Okay.
And they're or more, and probably looking for locations mostly in the Southeast, even though they're going to be placed in other places. So those are the basic questions.
Now, you mentioned the new database that we have. Do you have any? Because we talked to the students about setting goals. Did you set any goals when you started using that for how many contacts you want to get out a day and that kind of thing?
Yeah, so any pool of potential leads that you have, some are going to be more qualified than others.
Mm-hmm.
So when we get a new pool, we want to see, okay, how strong is this database going to be? How many qualified prospects are going to be in there? So in the beginning, I wanted to send out 10 emails or have 10 outbound calls a day.
Okay.
So over the week, I'm going to have 50 to determine, okay, how many callbacks am I going to have, or how many conversations am I going to be able to initiate out of that. So in the initial one, out of 20, I got 2 callbacks and ended up having a really good conversation with one of those. So we're looking at conversion ratios. So that's 20%, which is not bad.
Not bad, no.
At all. Part of that was because I actually then did some initial or additional research, looked on their website to see how many salespeople positions or how many sales positions they had open there. So they had 5, 10, 15 sales positions. I knew they would be qualified to have that conversation.
And then, of course, we bring them on campus. There's some additional qualifying. We have our students talk to them and see if they get an up or down vote from the students. So it doesn't end with just that initial pre-qualification.
Yeah. We want to make sure that whoever we work with, like with any product or service, you want to make sure that you're going to bring value. Mm-hmm. So if we partner with a company, we want to make sure that they're going to actually get some ROI, return on investment. We want them to have success, because that compounds to them telling other companies or talking to other people. Sometimes they might move to another organization down the road, 2 years, 3 years down the road, which I just had a conversation this morning with a gentleman. Actually, he connected with me on LinkedIn because he had worked with the company I'd talked with probably 3 years ago. Now he's with a different company, but because of that conversation, now he's with actually a larger company that has a greater need. So building out that network is extremely important.
Right, and keeping track.
Yeah.
Building those relationships. Prospecting's been, it's obviously a huge part of what we do and a huge part of our success. And taking a strategic approach that you do has obviously been very beneficial.